Hey there, everybody. My name is Paul Dostal, and welcome to my very first video game review. I'm going to be reviewing Hyrule Warriors for the Nintendo Wii U. Just a quick background on myself. I am a former game tester at Electronic Arts of Canada, and most recently have been working on the independent title Armello for the Nintendo Wii U. And I decided to take a crack at video reviews of video games. So, here we go. Enjoy!
Hyrule Warriors is a cross between the Legend of Zelda video games and Dynasty Warriors. Zelda is well known for telling the adventures of Link as he battles Ganondorf, often in the process rescuing Princess Zelda. Dynasty Warriors, on the other hand, is well known for massive battles between opposing armies. This is a 1 to 2 player game featuring massive battles, tons of fan service, and the main cast of the Legend of Zelda series. The story is that Hyrule is being invaded by mysterious monster forces, and Link must battle to save Hyrule. However, this time Link isn't alone in this fight. For the first time, players can battle as Zelda, Sheik, Impa, and numerous other characters from the Zelda games, plus a couple of newcomers. Players can switch between the different characters at the beginning of each stage, and go back and play through the levels again as a different character. A second player can join in by using a second controller at the TV screen, while the first player can use the gamepad screen for their character. Well, as with anything, there's good and bad things about Hyrule Warriors. But I will go through things I don't like first, and keep in mind these are fairly minor issues, but for myself I feel they detract from the game at least a little bit in some way. First off, I'm not a fan of the font used in many of the menus and dialogues in the game, at least on the television screen that I have. And keep in mind I have an HD TV. It's not a big one, but it's still a pretty good TV. I find that the font, the white outline of the font, blends in with the brown/beige backgrounds of the menus, making it difficult to read to my eyes. It works fine on the gamepad, but I usually hold the gamepad within fairly close to my face. I don't sit that close to my television. Keeping with the gamepad, I am surprised that at least in single player mode you cannot move the game map onto the gamepad, at least not that I've found a way to do so. It seems kind of silly to me because the gamepad is built for that kind of gameplay information, and it seems like a waste of an opportunity to show off what the gamepad can do, at least for the single player mode. Finally, the AI of the army you're supposed to be fighting with seems to be a bit on the less than intelligent side. At least what happens is, as you clear an area, the soldiers will stop moving and basically become like standing around doing nothing. And I kind of find it ironic that during the introduction, Impa tells Zelda that she'd find no heroes among the trainees, yet none of the quote-unquote real soldiers seem all that interested in continuing to battle in other areas of the game. It just seems, from an immersion standpoint, that you'd want to have the soldiers, continuing on to battle in other areas. At least those that make sense. Those that are guarding areas, yeah, stay there. But once the enemies have been defeated, I don't know too many soldiers who would stay in one area and just standing around doing nothing when they know that their comrades are being slaughtered on another battlefield. Just something that I noticed. Anyways, good stuff now. The game is a lot of fun. It's a heck of a lot of fun. You might even say crazy fun. Yeah, it's got these great battles. The enemies themselves are a lot of fun to fight. They got everything from moblins, dark nuts, the statues that shoot the laser beams at you. You have Goma, the giant spider, and you have to figure out ways to battle these creatures. You have the new villains. You have all sorts of things that you have to fight with. As you play, you unlock new weapons and new characters. Each character has his or her own weapons set that you can unlock. Link, swords, Impa, she gets, starts off with this giant knife. It's literally called the giant knife. A new character named Lana. She's a magic user, so her attacks are all based around spells. Actually, kind of what I like about her in particular is she creates these walls, and they slide around, smashing enemies. She can jump as she bounces from each wall to wall, and then the walls explode, taking out the enemies. She's a lot of fun to play, to be honest. As you play, you unlock new characters, new modes, and you get to have a lot of fun just with the playing as characters that normally in Legend of Zelda are just background characters. There's a lot of Zelda music, and they range from the classic Zelda theme to the much more modern music from Skyward Swords or Twilight Princess. You also have a lot of characters from those games, from the Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, that end up being together, who previously were never even implied to be in the same universe, but they're there, and they tell you how they get there in the game, so I'm not going to spoil that for you. It's still fun to see the characters together. Overall, I would say that Hyrule Warriors is a very entertaining game, and with a lot of nods to the source material on both sides. I think fans of either series will find much to enjoy about the game, and I think it's a good game to play by yourself. It's also a good one to play with your friends, with the second player mode. I haven't played it myself, but from what I understand, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of different challenges in each of the different gameplays and game options, and I think it would be well served picking it up, giving it a try. Anyways, I would say that's it for my first review, so please let me know what you think in the comments. I'm hoping that you enjoyed this, and I plan to be doing more in the future and hopefully getting a bit better as I go along. Anyways, have a good night, good day, whatever it happens to be for you, and talk to you later. Bye bye.